Joined by Hofstra head coach Seth Kearney and Rory Jones following the Pride's season opening victory over Wagner. Coach, opening thoughts on today's performance?
Yeah, first game, thought we did. I thought we did some really good things. I thought there was a couple of lapses that we had. It's never going to be, I don't think we started great, and then I thought we bounced back by the end of the first quarter. I thought I was really proud of the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. Right, you go into the locker room at halftime with that lead. 18 to 22-year-olds may feel good about themselves, and they took the first 5 minutes as they should have, put two quick ones on the board, and there was a little bit of a lapse, but all in all, I thought we did some good things. I thought we got a great film, and there's a few things that stand out that we need to work on. Certainly heading down to Annapolis next week, we're gonna have a challenge on our hands, but all in all, pretty good.
All right, open up for questions.
Yeah, Rory, first off, 8 goals today, pretty insane. Do you expect yourself to come out here and put up a performance like that after we know how much you've done in the past?
I don't expect anything like that. I'd just say the credit's my coaches and my teammates. I'm not scoring too many unassisted goals or dodging. My teammates did a great job. My coaches put in the offense, so we just run what we're doing. Today just happened to be my day. It'll be someone's day next week.
Coach, how important is coming out in this season opening game and having a day like you had today important for setting the tone for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I know why you're asking that question, and to answer it, it's really important, right? Because now you get to go into week 2, seeing what you're capable of doing, but you also need to know that certainly here at Hofstra, maybe at other places, we almost take wins like losses. You always, after a loss, you always get drilled down and your focus is there. So once we see the film, we are going to extract all of the bad things that we did, and we're going to try to focus it that we lost some of these possessions and try to find them this week as we head down to Navy.
Coach, you and I talked about the importance of having depth. What did you see in your team's depth today?
Yeah, I haven't looked totally at the stats. I like that there's a lot of names. How many people had points? I don't know. We played an awful lot of guys today. We did, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of Max May, who got some time at the end. It was pretty nice out there for February 2nd, whatever it is. But to come off the bench and do something like that, we played 2 face-off guys, actually 3. Ben got 1, but then Cole kind of stayed with it. Played maybe 7 middies and 5 or 6 attackmen, and we got in a bunch of defensemen. So the depth was better. We did get nicked up a little bit, nothing crazy, but we need to focus on being healthy. That's been always our theme after these last 2 years. So I'm hopeful that whoever got time today, we got a chance to get a little bit better on the depth side, and certainly for the starters.
Rory, talk about just playing on that offensive unit. You have all those guys, Colton, Griffin. Just talk about you guys have come up through this program together, and now you guys are here for this, 2024 year.
Yeah, it's easy to play with your best friends, and I'll put it like that. And I'd say today happened to be my day, but you can see that anyone can do it. Griff, Rudder, Woody, even guys from the bench that came in, scored a few goals. So, yeah.
Question for both of you, if I may. Can you guys talk about the energy in the locker room at halftime and after full time?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty businesslike. As maybe you guys know, I wasn't really thrilled about the last second goal before halftime. I like to score the last goal before the half going in there. But maybe it was for a reason. Maybe if we had to trade that goal for the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, then we're reasonable. So I did not totally blow my top, but I think they got my point across towards the end. But the offense and the defense, they went separate. The offense talked about the zone that they played, so we got a lot of zone work in today, which was great. And defensively, we did a better job in those first 5 minutes. So I was upset. I let it be known that I was upset, and because I just want to be better. We just needed 1 more second of focus, and we could have finished off the half the way we would have liked to.
Yeah, we hit a lull in the second quarter when we saw a zone, but last possession of the half, we had a good possession, good patience. Rudder banged one home, so there's nothing like game day, and he gets you going. So,
Coach, a moment ago you talked about some of the things that you you notice that you'll have to work on going into Annapolis next weekend? What are some of the things that you look at right now and say, this is what we want to improve on going into that game next week?
I would like to slide and recover a little bit faster, and get off of the Dodger. We're gonna need to slide to Navy more than we slid today, right? They've got a couple of midfielders that are 6'2", 190, 200 that can get downhill. So we're gonna have to guard them, we're gonna have to cover them, and we're gonna have to recover. So that would be the first thing. The second thing is, I'm glad we saw a ton of zone today, like Rory said. We're gonna make sure that we get after it. And just some focus, next week, Rory, it may not be Rory's turn, right? It may be Griffin Turner's turn, who knows? They may put the pole on Rory now. We have to just figure out what those matchups are. And again, we were missing John Spiropoulos today, who was a starting defender for us, and Henry Troy stepped in and played well. And we're also missing Trey Parks, who was a starter for us and running on the first midfield, and he didn't play today. So we've got to get a couple of those guys back. But for these guys to hang 20, 21, whatever is on the board, I'm proud of them, and I think their teammates are proud of them as well.
Coach, over the week we met and we talked about some of the stuff that you wanted to work on going into this game. On the flip side of Jack's question, one thing that you guys didn't do as well last week that you really worked on was shooting efficiency. You guys hit the net on 62% of your shots today. How did you formulate, how'd you work on that to get more accurate and work around the zones better?
Yeah, I think it's more of these guys running the offense, and when you don't have the ball, are you going as fast as you can to get to your spot or spacing so that when you do shoot, you've got a hands-free shot. Rory took a lot of hands-free shots. There was a couple on the run that he got to the middle of the field and things like that. But when we're moving and dodging and making the right play and igniting correctly, then that would be one of the improvements. I didn't think we did that in the scrimmage. I don't. I think we dodged but didn't dodge hard enough. And then we didn't free our hands, and so our timing was off or the flow was off. Today, the flow was a little bit better. Yep.
Question for Rory. Can you tell me how you're feeling, after today's win with your personal stats, but also knowing that Navy's up ahead?
Yeah, if beating Wagner week 1 was our goal, I'd be really happy, but long season ahead. Coach G says make a plan, work on it every day. Our plan is to win the CIA championship, go to the tournament, so really early in the season. I'm happy, but got a lot of work to do.
Coach, good to see Gerard back out there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. Gerard's working really hard. Ryan Woodland, Anthony Malika, and Gerard Kane. They're all left-handed attackmen. And again, you're going to see a mix mash of all of them. They're all supporting each other. So we're looking forward to seeing how everything shakes out.
Obviously, you mentioned the changes of defense for you guys, but just talk about how they played today. Obviously, also with Sean in goal as well.
Yeah, defensively, I thought we were better connected today, but I do think like the first goal of the game, we missed a slide opportunity and we should have went. The second goal of the game was a man down goal for us, and they got a layup inside. I think they had 2 or 3 really opportunistic goals, but credit to them. They were in the right place at the right time, and they were focused enough to finish those plays. So I think that, for the most part, Sean gave up a couple, but I'll have to go back and watch the film. If they're hands-free from inside our perimeter, then it's on our defense, not on Sean. So again, before we point any fingers or where we need to improve, I want to make sure I get the right culprits first.
All right, guys, thanks a lot.
Good luck to men's hoops today. Homecoming. Let's beat Taos.